Hello, my glorious friends. I'm your friend Kevin, and this is your Divine Daily Blast. Let's get to it. Oh, again, I almost pushed that finish button. Don't know what's going on with me today or every day. Who cares? It's all good. Now, the angel numerology number 8 is on our table today. Abundance, success, material wealth, all of those things representing the infinite flow of giving and receiving. This is a message from the angels. Focus on manifesting your dreams and using your power and resources wisely, not just for your own success, but for contributing to the world in general. This is about balance, karma, and an invitation to turn your goals into reality. Think about abundance and wealth and what that means to you. Your financial success, the manifestation of your material desires, the infinite loop of giving and receiving. Think of it as a flow, a fountain, a waterfall, a river. The rain falls from the clouds, it hits the ground, it trickles into a stream, then trickles into a river, the river works into the ocean, and so it goes. Think about success and achievement on number 8 day. The energy of being a high achiever, disciplined, goal setting, working on your intentions and crushing the intentions you work on. And focus on keeping balance with your karmic work. Spiritual context is about the number 8. Cycles, cause and effect, power, resources, responsibility, all of those things. It's also a day of manifestation, interpreted as a cosmic invitation to grab a hold of your power and manifest your dreams, pull them into reality, allow it in. On a number 8 day, think about your contributions. It could be a sign to look at how unique the gifts are and how they can be transformed into new and valuable contributions out to the world. Now, the moon today, my friends, is in the lovely sign of Gemini. It was a full moon yesterday, and boy, was it ever glorious. As we move away from the full moon and into the waning cycle, there are amazingly good energies around. It's the last full moon of 2025. Soak them all up. Soak up all the positive vibrations and release any negativity that you're holding on to. Resentments, feelings of being hard done by. They're your feelings, they're your thoughts, they're your contribution to yourself. And unless they are for the highest good, unless you're dancing with your higher being, what is the point? Here are my isms. I am allowing the best divine benevolent outcome to bless me right now. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mind, body, spirit, the 3. Trice. Saying thank you 3 times for anything makes it so. I am open to new opportunities and the universe supports my dreams. The universe is always, always, always going to support our dreams, even the dreams that are not for our highest good. And you know what they are. We're always dreaming about things and then putting the lid on them by making statements. Well, that'll never happen. Or we tell somebody about our dreams with the half-cocked notion that whoever we're telling really isn't going to be buying into it. You ask yourself, well, why did I tell them to begin with? All they're going to do is sit on them or poo-poo them or dismiss them or reject them. Well, that's because it's not their dream. I learned a long time ago, comparison is the thief of joy. And comparison, because the ego loves to get stuck in, is always or generally or most of the time linked to ideas of success. When we look at the word success, it is typically connected to our thoughts and feelings about other people's success. We see people as being successful. We see success that's shown to us either by others or representative of others particularly in our social circles. Somebody shows up somewhere where there's going to be other people and they're looking their best. They're putting on their fancy clothes. All because the idea is when we're dressed up, we're dressed for this thing called success. We even hear it, dress for success. Act like you've already got it. Understood, but not. And I'll say this in bold capital letters, underlined, not if the desire is to show off, to compare yourself in a false way to other people. We also have to be up for the success of people we know we don't know. My thoughts turn into things of beauty all the time. Being open to new opportunities, the universe supporting those things. The universe is always going to support our higher good and our higher being. What happens when we experience and manifest success? We tend not to really be grateful to the universe for making it happen. And that's a habit. However, if we think of ourselves as being successful, and then we look at, well, I'm going to show how I did it. I'm going to encourage other people to follow what I did so they can be successful. It's all well and good for us to be a success on any level, no matter what. I'm not just talking about financial, health, abundance, all of those things. We also have to be up for that of other people. That means celebrating the successes that they have. Even saying, you've lost weight, or you met your goal, you exceeded your expectation, whatever you did, whatever somebody else did, pick up the phone, send them a note, acknowledge that they did it, they did the hard work, and that you are inspired, motivated, whatever that is that you really truly do genuinely feel. People love to be noticed, they love to be acknowledged. Hello, that's how social media is so successful. Moving on. Message from your guardian angels. Focus on your own dreams. Express gratitude. Then you will easily see all the signs we send to let you know we're here and we're helping you. I trust that others' journey are perfect for them, just as mine is for me. I find happiness in my own path. You can't necessarily walk somebody else's pathway. In fact, I know in my life when I've tried to do it, let me get on that bandwagon. Well, because it wasn't for my highest good, but it was for their highest good, guess who benefited? There you go. And that's how it happens. Archangel Jophiel is with us this week, weeding out our thoughts. You see this common theme this week. The mind is like a garden. Tend to it. Weed out the not so successful thoughts. If you've been saying to yourself, if you've ever said, or even if you've ever heard another person saying, I'm just not successful, you could sit with that person. And if you've said it yourself, sit with yourself. Why is that? Or, not to beat yourself up, but to bring some reality to the situation, say, well, whose fault is that? Who are you blaming for your not being successful? Who are you looking at when it wants to go for the brass ring? Sometimes we want to go after something that does not materialize, doesn't happen, and we feel unsuccessful. It was just an expectation that did not materialize. It does not mean that you failed, or that somehow you're not successful, or that somehow you're something less than what you are. No, my friends. This just means either you weren't prepared, so do some more preparation, and that's a good thing. You maybe want to have another go at it because there's something that you missed that you really needed to know about. That's also a good thing. Or this really wasn't for your highest good to begin with, and something else around the corner is. None or nobody who experiences a lack of success is really lacking. If they realize and acknowledge that what is up ahead can be a benefit, an advancement. That's really what this school of life is really all about. It's about graduating one chapter and opening the door to another one. And if you don't want change, life has a way of putting you on the sidelines, not putting you on the pitch. I don't want to beat you up. I'm not here to beat you up. I mean, I started this channel to bring light, life, inspiration, motivation, all these things to the world. Yes, and even I fall short of saying, well, how come I don't have that many subscribers? Doesn't matter. It's okay. Even 1, 2, 10, 14, that's fine. You don't need to have millions. Although, some people feel like, unless they've got, I think I was listening to a young woman this morning doing a podcast. She was on an Instagram. She was talking about physical fitness and, having the perfect body. It was all about perfection. And the lady was asking her, what does that look like for you? And she said, well, I wanted to have 10,000 people following her on Instagram. Now, I'm a man of a certain age group. We didn't have all this growing up. We didn't have to strive towards getting that many people to like us, subscribe to us, follow us, do all these things. Just wasn't, the internet wasn't even there. Sometimes I think that was a simpler time to be alive. It was easy. Yeah, we wanted to be liked. Who didn't want to audition for the school production and get the lead? I was just quite happy to be on the wings, shouting out lines, doing those kind of things. Every once in a while, I'd do something. When I was with the Miami Actor Studio, we put on production. But it was always interesting to watch people stand under the spotlight and get the applause, because that meant that everyone was getting applause. That's how you look at life. Somebody else gets the applause, you should get the applause for yourself too. Buddha shows up this week. Heighten your awareness. Make peace with your thoughts. Make peace with the world. Make peace wherever you can. Make peace with your negative thinking. Make peace with your self-deprecation. Deprivation, I should say. There you go. All right, fairies. Gertrude, Beatrice, you still in your woodland hollow? They say yes. They've made a home inside the trunk of a fallen oak tree, and they're putting lights on what would be the side of the tree, but was actually their roof, and they're just quite happy in there. This feels like a good card. It's called A Journey. Oh, I like this card. Why do I like this card? Well, she's got butterfly wings on. May look like fairy wings, but look at the hair that's with her is getting prepared for a journey. It's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu, planned, either way. Make sure you're ready. When the time comes, make sure you put your passport together. We're in a culture where the holidays are here, whether you celebrate Christmas or whatever, but typically Western society, companies close out the end of the year. Maybe bonuses are handed out. People get time off. They look for time off. People steal a little bit of time from their day to go off and do their holiday shopping, whatever they're going to do. But there's journeys to be happening. Let me leave you with a thought. Do you pay attention to what's going on along the way, the journey? Do you pay attention to what you need to take with you, what you'll need when you get where you're going? Or is your attention on the destination? Is your attention on the expectation of what may happen when you get there? Just food for thought. Sometimes the preparation for the journey and the actual step-by-step journey itself is a good way to discover where or when you may be having less than successful thoughts, that turn into less than successful feelings, that get in the way of you, me, us, the world, having a better life. Until tomorrow, I love you. Thanks so much. Bye for now.